Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to Jen's Place. Today I will be doing a review of My 600-Pound Life, Cindy's Story. Okay, I know that it's season 4, but I'm not sure of the episode. I think it's like episode 4. Okay, so we start off with, as usual, Cindy is laying in a hospital bed because she is bedridden, bedbound. She's unable to get up and walk and basically do activities of daily living for herself. Okay, so she has a caretaker because she doesn't have anybody in her family that could come and take care of her. We start off with she's 45 years old. We don't know how much she weighs at this moment because she just hasn't been weighed. She lets us know that by the time she was 8 years old, by the time she was 8, she got abused by a family friend, and then she wasn't abused by him anymore because her mom found out and just put an end to it. Okay, so then when she was 10 years old, she said that she was around 140 pounds. So she started eating because she wanted to basically be unattractive to the guy that was doing that to her. So she said nobody said anything to her about her eating, so she just continued to do it, and it was just her way of coping with things, because also she did let us know that her dad was an alcoholic growing up, and then he used to be like abusive towards her mom, and then it started to be verbally abusive towards her. So she just continued to eat, her way out of it, I guess, through her feelings. And it made her depressed. And then her mom and dad got a divorce when she was 16. And then she graduated from high school. By the time she graduated from high school, she was close to 200 pounds, she says, or probably over it, and then over 200 pounds. But then she said at 21 years old, she tried to work and she tried dating, but that didn't work out because of the thing that happened to her growing up. So she didn't really trust anybody. And so she, when she turned 25, she fell downstairs. I don't know where she fell down the stairs at. I don't know how many stairs, but she hurt her leg, and that way she could no longer work because of the leg was hurt so bad that she could barely walk. It was too painful. She couldn't even get out of bed at that time. So she was bedridden, and she gained like 500 something pounds. By the time she was 30 years old, because after she hurt her leg, she was just eating, and just laying in the bed all day. Okay, so that's what she was doing. And then, okay, so as she's, we know that she's disabled, she's bedridden, so she doesn't have anybody to take care of her, so she has caretakers. And she had a caretaker earlier, prior to this, but that caretaker is no longer taking care of her. She moved to Houston. So keep that in mind, that lady moved to Houston. And she's saying that caretaker is the one that is trying to convince her to see Dr. Now. Telling her that she needs this. She needs to get on this, on this show. So she has a caretaker in her home right now that is named Denise. And Denise is just feeding her, the foods that she is requesting, because as a home health worker, which I used to be, so I understand, the things that Denise has to go through. She has to cook the foods that is for this lady, because that is what she is there to do. She is there to take care of that lady, give her a bath. She's there to do her job. That's just it, plain and simple. She can't just go in there and tell her, no, I'm not making you that food, because if that's what she wants to eat, hey, that's what she's gonna get. Okay? Anyways, so go back to that. With her, she stopped working, so she wasn't able to work anymore. And by the time she was 30 years old, that's how she was disabled. So by the time she was 30 years old, she said that she was like 500 pounds by that time. And she said that she tried to get help, but nobody would help her because she was too heavy, which I don't really believe that, because on this 600-pound life, they are helping people at over 500 pounds, or I just don't understand why she said that, but okay, we'll move on from that. She said by the time she turned 32 years old, her dad died from cirrhosis of the liver, and she was shocked, and she started to eat more and more. Okay, so she said by the time she was 35 years old, she developed lymphedema, and that just basically made her limbs and stuff like really hard, rock solid, and swollen up, and to where she couldn't get around. And she did state that she has other health issues. We do see her checking her blood sugar while she's telling us what's going on with her. So we know that she has diabetes also. And that's not good, because I was looking at her legs and they was looking kind of like black, like they wasn't getting no circulation into her legs. So she needs to be careful before she get them legs chopped off, and she won't be able to walk anyways with as much weight as she is. Anyway, she said at 35 to 36 years old, she said she had to be hospitalized, and she was hospitalized for like for a whole year. That's a long time to be in the hospital. But they got her to lose 100 pounds, so she at that time she weighed 450 pounds, she said. But then she said once when she got home, she just started to eat and eat and eat again. So it really didn't do anything. And then she ended up getting on disability, and that's how she got the caretakers, because she do have family. She said she had a sister, she has a mom and she had a dad and a brother. That's what she grew up, as a close-knit family they were. But she said her sister passed away. She didn't specify, what her sister passed away from. She said that her mom has Parkinson's, so she's not able to care for her. So, and her brothers, they live in Texas, but they live in like 2 different cities in Texas. So they can't take care of her. And she said if she didn't have the caretakers, that she would be in a nursing home. And that is true. She would be in a nursing home if she didn't have those caretakers to take care of her. So she's depending on them every day. She depends on them to do everything for her, cook her food, wash her hair, give her a shower, just everything that she needs done. Those caretakers are doing that for her. She said, she tells us that, then she starts telling us about Sandy. Sandy is her friend, supposed to be her friend, but I feel that she's really not a friend. I feel that she's using her, but we gonna get into that, okay? So she said that Sandy had been her caretaker for 4 years, and she moved away to Houston, Texas, and that they became like family, I guess. So then we see her do a video call with Sandy, and Sandy is like telling her, you need to call doctor now. Do you want to die? Do you want to die? I'm like, girl, leave that lady alone. And then she puts on these fake tears like, I just don't know what I would be without you. What? Girl, you need to call doctor now. And she's like, well, I don't know. Cindy is like, well, I don't know how I'm going to get there. And Sandy tells her, why don't you just call doctor now and see if he can help you get there. She was like, I don't know if it'll be you to take me or, she was like, no, Dr. Now has an ambulance that can take you there, that can bring you here, so that way you can get the help that you need. Do you want to live? Basically, just pushing the lady. So, next thing you know, we see Sandy comes over to her house with the ambulance people, like, is a young EMT worker, and he is like, you know, what is going on? And Sandy's coming in there like, come on, are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? And Cindy's like, no, I'm not ready to go. I have to get paperwork together. I have to get my paperwork together. I don't know what paperwork she's talking about, but she keeps saying, I have to get my paperwork together. I'm not ready. You know, I'm just not ready. She keeps stating that she is not ready to do this. This is something that she is not ready to do, and that nobody's listening to her. So she feels this way, and then the ambulance worker is like, look here, girl, you need to come on with it. I'm not about to sit here and wait. He goes out of the room, and then she was like, Sandy's like, well, what paperwork do you need? I'll get it for you. Where is it? And Cindy's like, I don't know where it is. So she's like, I don't know where it is. I don't know. And then basically Sandy's like, I think you're lying. You know, I think she's lying about this paperwork. She just don't want to do it. You know, and she's like, then Sandy just puts on these fake tears again. Like, girl, you making me, you know, you just making me cry. This is just making me so upset, you know. And then Cindy's like, okay, come back in here. Get in here. And so Sandy goes back in there and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then Sandy's like, okay, and Cindy's like, well, what about a bed? Like, what am I gonna sleep on? Where am I gonna stay? She was like, you can stay with me. Sandy's like, you can stay with me. I'll let you stay with me so you can get the help. Don't you want to get the help? Don't you want to live? Don't you want to live? Like, this is your last chance. Basically, this is your last chance. And I feel like making it seem like, you know, she's not giving up on her and all this stuff. But, you know, anyway, so she was like, I need a shower. I haven't even got in the shower or whatever. And Sandy's like, fine, I'll put you in the shower. Come on, let's go get in the shower. She gets in the shower and gives her a shower, and then Sandy is like brushing her hair and stuff and put her on this gown, this only gown that I'd seen her in the whole entire episode. She puts her on this gown, and then the ambulance people come in. Like, it's only one person come in at that time, and he's like, come on, let's get up, basically, like, come on here, I've been waiting on you for a whole hour. So she's like, no, I'm scared. She was scared to get on that bed because she was like, that's not big enough for me. You know, I can't fit on there. So Sandy takes it upon herself, like, here, let's get this towel right here, put it up under her, the cover that they have on the bed. So, you know, they just lifted her, you know, her and the ambulance worker. Then some more ambulance workers came in there, and they all scooted over. She was just screaming the whole time, like, ah. The way that she was screaming, it just cracks me up, like when she gets out of the bed. Okay, so I was just like, watching it, I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't handle it. So, Sandy is really like hell-bent on Cindy going to Texas, you know, going to Houston to see Dr. Now. So also we do see her call Dr. Now, because I forgot that part, but she did video chat Dr. Now, and Dr. Now asks her basically, are you serious about this? Do you want to do this? Is this something that you want to do? You know, because I see that you have oxygen. I forgot to tell y'all that she do have oxygen on, you know, 24/7. She never takes that dang oxygen off because she can't breathe. So Dr. Now was like, I see you have oxygen on. How long have you had that on? She was like, I've been having it on for like a year or so. And then he was like, well, how long have you been bedridden? Because looks like, you know, you've been in that bed for a while. And she didn't have on no clothes in that bed. She was just naked, you know. The whole entire episode, she was naked. You know, she only put on clothes to go to Houston. Anyway, so she well, the whole time that she was at home, she was naked. Excuse me. Anyway, so she goes and she talks to Dr. Now. Dr. Now's asking her, is she really serious? She said, yes, she wants this because she wants, Dr. Now basically like, why do you need my help? And she's like, well, I want to live, you know, I don't want to die. I just want to live and all this stuff. And anyway, so they make it to Houston. It's going to take like 3.5 hours. It took 3.5 hours. And Sandy mentions that The whole time that they were there, Cindy is like complaining the whole time, like, there better be a bed for me to get on. I need a bed. I need a bed. She keeps stressing that, where is my bed? And Sandy is lying to her, telling her that she got a bed. So they finally make it to the house, and they get her inside of the house on that bed and on, the stretcher that they brought her in on. And then she gets up and she's screaming the whole time, oh, where's the bed? I need to sit in. You said it was a bed in here. It's not a bed in here. She was like, I have this chair for you. Lord, she had a chair with all these bed pads on it, and Cindy's like, I can't fit in that. They had these pillows up. So the whole time that she's staying there, she's in this recliner chair that moves. It goes up and down so that way she could get up. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the chair can, there's a button that you push and the chair is just going to rise up so she could stand up. But I don't know if it's going to hold her weight for much longer. Okay, so then Cindy is mad because she don't have the bed that the girl promised her, and she's uncomfortable, and then she needs to go to the bathroom, and she can't even fit in that bathroom. She can't fit in there, and just basically Sandy done lied to Cindy to get her to her house. That's what she did, to get her there so she can get that money. Anyways, this episode just made me mad. Okay, so so she can't even go to the bathroom because she can't fit through the door with that walker. And Sandy's husband is helping her to the bathroom. She gonna tell her husband, get on in here and help her to this bathroom. He don't know what he's doing, to get her up, and they don't have a gate built or nothing. She could have fell on that floor on the way to the bathroom. But they didn't care. Sandy did not care. Whew. I needed some water. Okay. So, anyways, she has an appointment with Dr. Now. She didn't show up for the appointment. And Dr. Now's like, forget this. I'm about to go see what this girl's doing. Why didn't she come make the appointment? Why didn't she come to it? Well, she didn't come because she can't fit in a car. And she don't want to walk, as far as she has to walk in order. She couldn't get down those steps. She can't get down one step at Sandy's house to go to the doctor. So she just didn't do it. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. So she didn't show up. So next thing you know, we see Dr. Now driving up in his truck. I don't know how he just was like, you know what? You gonna come and see me because that's what you were supposed to do. You ain't nobody missing appointments for me. You ain't wasting my time. So Dr. Now, he seemed like he was concerned, about her well-being. And the friend to me didn't seem like she was concerned about Cindy's well-being to me. So Dr. Now gets over there. He's checking her heart and stuff. He said it sounds good, actually. And, he checked her oxygen level, which was at a 95, I believe. And he's like, okay, well, come on now. We're going to have to get up because we need to check your weight. I don't know where the scale came from because they did not show the scale being brought into the home. So anyways, she stands on this scale. But mind you, the whole time that Sandy was trying to get her to get on the scale, not to get on the scale, to get up, she was screaming her head off. Ah, ah, ah. When Dr. Now was there, she did not do all that screaming. She just got up like she could get up and made it over there, got on that scale, and it said that she weighed 613 pounds. So, she was supposed to be doing the 600 the 1,200 calorie diet to see if it works, see if she could lose some weight. And Dr. Now told her that she needed to do some exercises, even though she can't really walk or nothing, she could just sit in that chair and just move her legs or whatever. And like bounce her legs up and down or something. But throughout the day, periodically just do it. But she did not do that. Sandy is not trying to help her in any way. She just wants to be on TV, I believe. Anyways, so she has her daughter there with her, not Cindy, but Sandy's daughter is also helping with the care of Cindy. So, it is like some weeks later and she didn't show up again. But she was at the hospital. She had to go to the hospital. Dr. Now made her go there so he could check her out and see, everything. See if everything is going good with her body and all that stuff. So she went to the hospital and she stayed there for a long time. I don't know how long it was. Like, I want to say it was like 2 months later she was out. He was like, okay, I'm going to let you out of this hospital. She was on a restricted diet and all that stuff. And she lost like 45 pounds. And Dr. Now, because when she got to the hospital, Dr. Now asked Sandy, like, what are you feeding her? And Sandy just gonna lie and say, I give her like 2 boiled eggs in the morning and some turkey bacon. It's turkey bacon, but only 2 pieces of bacon. And I also give her a tuna sandwich for lunch. And first of all, she shouldn't be eating bread. You ain't said not in there, nothing healthy, except for turkey bacon, in which she shouldn't probably even be eating that either. She needs to eat some vegetables. So, right out of the ground, that's what she needs to be eating, But, okay. So, Sandy is just sitting there lying to Dr. Now about what she's feeding her, which we all know that she's feeding her a lot of stuff. Because she done gained weight since she's been over there at Sandy's house. Okay? She didn't lose none. So Dr. Now's like, okay, I'm going to give her a second chance. So that's why he sent her to the hospital, to try and get her away from Sandy. So that way Sandy can see that, if you was doing what I told you to do, then she would have lost, weight. And she lost 45 pounds by going to the hospital, getting away from Sandy, who's just enabling her and just feeding her whatever. So that's why I said that I don't believe that Sandy is Cindy's friend, because Sandy is just, doing everything to hurt her. Like, what kind of friend is that? Girl, you need to dump her and do not contact her no more. Don't let her contact you. So, anyway, she goes back to Sandy's house, but Cindy is like, I'm just ready to go home. Like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm not ready for this. I've been telling y'all that I'm not ready for this. Y'all just keep pushing me. It's like Sandy just keeps pushing. Like, all along she was saying that, it's Sandy that wants this. I don't, I'm comfortable with living the way that I'm living. You can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. But if you are trying to help someone only for the benefit of yourself, what is that doing? It's not helping Cindy whatsoever. She talking about the other caregivers just wanting money for their kids and money for Christmas. And okay, you want money too for your household, to pay for that house, because you ain't got nothing in it, don't look like. Okay, so anyways, Dr. Now, she has another appointment with Dr. Now. Of course, she misses that again. And she just will not get up to go to the appointment with Dr. Now because she really don't want to do it. But Dr. Now do tell her that she needs to talk to a psychiatrist. And she talks to the psychiatrist, Dr. Paradise, I believe his name is. Anyways, she tells him all about what happened with her and when she was growing up and why she eats us away and that she do want to live and all this stuff, but she just, I don't think that the therapy is really helping. When he was talking with her, he told her, you know, you telling me about all this sad stuff, but you don't have no kind of emotion right now. Like, I don't see no emotion in your face. Like, where is your emotions at? But anyways, he told her that she needs to appreciate her friend for helping her and all this stuff, but which I don't think that she needs to. I think she needs to go home. Go home and start over with her weight loss journey and eat right, eat better, and get up out of that bed. Get up out of that bed and move as much as you can move. Try to get your mobility up, because Dr. Now telling her that her stamina is really low because she's always in the bed. Of course, her stamina is going to be low if she is always laying down. She's not getting no kind of activity going on, but he said that her stamina needs to go up. Anyway, so she ends up, Dr. Now tells her, either you're going to go to a controlled environment or, you know, I can't help you anymore because you're not doing anything, you know. You're not coming to the appointments. You keep missing these appointments and you're not serious. You say that you really want this, but we really don't know if you do. Anyway, she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. So next thing you know, we see her going home. She got in that ambulance and she went home. I don't know, like, what happened with her in the end. I don't know if she's alive or dead or what, you know, because they did not elaborate. They just said that, you know, they just showed her going home, going back to her place because she could not, you know, she wasn't ready to do it like she said. You have to be ready and willing to do the work, and she was not. And I feel bad because she was the victim of this story. She was a victim of Sandy because Sandy was just doing this so she could get on TV and get that lady's money. Anyways, you guys, that was my review. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.